Actually started out in 97 with Lil Darryl.
Right.
If I did Lil Darryl, I've been selling out since 97.
So can you still do that joke? Even though you're talking about maybe a special needs? I mean, do you have to?
Oh yeah, I do it. They like it. The special needs.
Right.
Lil Darryl brought out all the special need kids.
Right.
Not necessarily kids,
Right.
but special need adults.
Yes.
They all came to my show.
Right.
And they would not let you leave off stage unless you did Lil Darryl. Nah.
How did you come up with that?
It's true. He went to our church.
Right.
And he would get up there and say his Easter speech.
Right.
Shannon, and it was one of those situations where you couldn't laugh.
Right.
And your mama looking at you like,
yeah.
So in situations where you're not supposed to be laughing, that's when things are extra funny.
Correct.
So Lil Darryl would be out there saying his Easter speech, and we would be in the choir stand with a straight face with tears coming down our eyes.
Right. Wanting to laugh but can't laugh.
Just like you pledged.
Right.
You better not laugh while you're online.
Right.
So I just simply, and Cedric the Entertainer actually, I told Cedric the story. Cedric the Entertainer helped me write the joke and do it a certain way. And when I did it the way Ced taught me how to do it, it blew up on BET, and I was my career took off.
That was it.
We was in a 79 Cutlass driving down Peachtree. We had got right in front of that Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And Ced said, it was another name, but Ced said Lil Darryl. Ced said, my name Lil Darryl. And Ced started doing it. He in my Cutlass. We in a 79 Cutlass driving to Uptown Comedy Club, the one behind Houston.
Yeah,
the old one.
I know exactly where it is.
And so Ced and I did the opening week.
Right.
You know, it's Earthquake's old club.
Yeah.
And he told me how to do it and helped me form it and formulate the joke. And when I did it on BET, I came off stage, Zoo Man, Bruce, the comedian was like, I'm like, what? What happened? It was like, man, he said, when this air, all the comedians, they circled me. I thought something was wrong.
Right.
I'm like, man, your life finna change. They said, that was funny. Because Mike Epps and Cat Williams was on that episode of Comic View as well.
Wow.
He went on as Alley Cat.
Right.
And Mike Epps had on a Dallas Cowboys jersey. I'll never forget it. The audience was dead. It was midnight. It was the last show. They had been taping all day.
Right.
And here I come doing Lil Darryl or whatever, and it blew up, Shannon.
Right.
No lie.
When you travel and you were doing it like you do now, and all these comedians, how difficult is it? Because you hear the laughter.
Yeah.
You know, you backstage, you hear what's going on.
Yeah.
And you like, damn, what? Do you ever stick your head out there like, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Not behind no Lavelle Crawford. I'll be damned if I'm going behind him. I don't care. I would give a promoter every dime back. I'm not going, hey, listen. Now I can almost follow anybody.
Right.
But I did a show with Lavelle Crawford in DC for New Year's. I'm glad that I went first. I saw him stand in one spot with a suit on and a bow tie and totally destroy audience. And I just never seen somebody stand in one, I'm talking about back to back. How do you follow that?
Right.
But I had to follow Darnell Rollins one time.
Yeah.
In Atlanta.
Right.
At the Phillips Arena, sold out on the Martin tour. He got a standing ovation. And guess who's next? Me. So I had to go to my playbook.
Yeah.
I pulled
out.
Go
deep. You had to go deep.
I had to go deep in the playbook. But thank God I'm on the radio because I think that gave me a little leverage. So by the time I came on stage, they were like, yeah, this our guy. We listened to the morning show and I was able, that gave me a little cushion.
Right.
And so I put on a good show that night also, but that was scary.
Give me your Mount Rushmore of Def Comedy Jam, comedian that's been on Def Comedy Jam.
Oh my God.
And then I want the Mount Rushmore Comic View.
Def Comedy Jam, of course you have to start with Martin. Hamburger.
Chris Hamburger.
Bill Bellamy came out with Booty Call.
Yep.
And of course, you can't talk about that if you don't say Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you. That was the hottest. Adele Givens, The Whale in the Tic Tac.
Yep.
Adele Givens, Bernie Mac. Who had a good set like with Rip Def Comedy Jam up?
Shuggy Duggy.
Shuggy Duggy was big on BET.
Yeah.
On BET comedy. That's when Shuggy Duggy, Quack Quack.
Yeah.
When he blew up. But all of those comedies. JB Smooth came from Def Comedy Jam. JB Smooth used to sleep on my couch.
Was Cheryl Underwood on Comic View or Def Comedy?
She was on Comic View.
Okay.
She class of 94.
Right.
I did Def Jam in 93. But Cheryl Underwood and all them, they came in 94, like a year later. Henry Watch had a real good set. He does shows with Mike Epps, one of the funniest comedians in the country. But yeah, now BET, you got Arnez J.
Yeah,
And Arnez J killed it on Def Comedy
Yeah.
as well. Gary Owen.
Yep.
Earthquake.
Wait,
Totally.
Quake, that's my dog. That's my dog.
You know what I'm saying? Earthquake, some more.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yep.
all of the guys, Lester Berry, all of the guys that hosted Comedy, Said was the second host. D.L. Hughley was the original host
Yep.
of BET Comedy.
Yep.
So you had a lot of talent that that come from BET Comedy. So yeah, those are some of the GOATs.
Do you think there'll ever be another Comic View or Def Comedy Jam?
I don't know, Shannon. It'll have to die down because comedy is so, sometimes it feels oversaturated or whatever. In order for it to be special, it have to kind of die down for a minute,
Right.
then boom,
Right.
kind of like all the movies and stuff,
Right.
doing the remake,
Yes.
or whatever. It would be hard because now you got phones.
Right.
People have more options than they had back then. So
But you know what? It's harder now. Now that you mentioned that, it's harder to tell a joke more than once because everything is recorded.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, you used to get away. You could tell a joke for like
add to it.
Yeah.
You just add to. I still do Lil Darryl
Right.
every now and then, but I do it different.
Right.
So I'll mention Lil Darryl as a recap.
Right.
And then put a spin on it and then do something totally different using the same character that they love.
You mentioned earlier that you're about to do a Netflix special. Is that kind of the direction? Because Chappelle came back in 2016. I think he signed the deal.
Yeah.
It was reported, I don't know how true it is, that Eddie Murphy has signed a deal with Netflix. He's going to do a series on Netflix. Yeah, Earthquake had one, which was
Hilarious.
fire.
Yeah.
Is that kind of...
And Deion Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Deion Cole, I gave Deion Cole his first job. His first writing job.
Right.
And Deion Cole, we used to do colleges together back in the day. It's crazy because everybody that was in this van, I remember Deion Cole sitting in the back seat of the van, Said in the front of the van, and everybody's like famous now.
Right.
And it's just so amazing to me. But yeah, I haven't done a special. I did a BET special, a live stand-up on BET called Open Casket Sharpe, but it was like 13 years ago. So now it's time to come back with some new heats, some flavor. I still got it because I kind of settled in the radio.
Right.
But I still perform low key.
Right.
So just to kind of put something out there, people have been asking me to do it.
Do you write your own material or do you have some writers?
I have writers for this special to help me punch up the material that I have.
Right.
David Arnold was helping me before he passed away. Chris Spencer is going to be helping me out. Comedian LeVar Walker, Special K. Other guys helping me put it together. So I got basic stuff, but they're just going to take the stuff that I have and punch it up, make it really funny.
Do you think it's harder or easier now for comedians to get on?
Harder.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with all the avenues, you got social media, because you see a lot of these guys, they kind of get their start on social media.
Well,
like DC Young Fly.
Yeah.
You see a Ha Ha Davis, and you see like Desi Banks is like flooded.
Oh yeah. Well, if you get on social media and you do some good sketches,
Yes.
and some funny sketches,
Yes.
or whatever, that will get you on, but you're doing sketches.
Right.
But you have to catch up in the comedy club.
Yeah, because you can't do no sketch. You can't do no sketches.
You got to learn how to perform.
Right.
So I think we had to learn how to perform first, and then catch up with social media.
Right.
As with Desi Banks and them, they blew up on social media.
Right.
And they had to catch up and get a rhythm on stage as to how to perform.
Right.
And they're really doing a good job. I just did some shows with B. Simone, just hilarious.
Yeah.
D-Ray, who I don't get along with. I do a lot of shows with D-Ray. I don't know why
D-Ray Davis?
Yeah, he bothers me.
Why he bother you?
He's just annoying. He talks.
Yeah, because he got light skin, he got good hazel eyes.
Hazel eyes and stuff. And then he always in my dressing room making fun of my clothes and my outfit. He'd be like, like last time we did a show, like, man, I wear this on the plane. Like,
what?
Like my outfit that I'm
he talking down to your get up?
Down about my outfit. Like, D-Ray, he texts me, he harassed me. I blocked him on several numbers. I don't know how, and he just, but that's it's two people I don't like, and D-Ray Davis is both of them.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before two something.